All right. First of all, thank you all for coming today. I'm going to shift my screens over here to where I'm not looking all over the place. Um, all right. So today we're talking about social media. Chris Zach is having a KV Core training on Wednesday, and a lot of that is going to be focused on things that he does in social media. So I highly recommend, if you're interested in actually starting to leverage KV Core to do some of the amazing things that it can do, highly recommend you come to that Wednesday meeting. Okay. But this is going to be focused on social media and just free things you can do. Okay. Just totally free. Social media is the easiest free way to grow your business and will be for the foreseeable future in real estate, is in my opinion. In this training, we're going to provide you a specific game plan for how to grow your business directly through social media. Okay. I'm going to give you a specific game plan to follow at the end. You can literally print it out, stick it on the side of your office. And I think an important thing also is to show you people at our company who do an amazing job at this already. Specifically, I think she's in here, Ashley Callahan, other agents, and we'll get into that in a little bit, but people that are just killing it with totally free social media posts. Okay. You'll leave this with a specific game plan of what to do, and it being completely free with tools that we provide. Okay, so first let's talk about the why we do things this way. Let's talk about the industry and why this is a struggle for so many people and why we do things a little bit differently. I want you to understand specifically why we do things this way, so you'll understand the logic behind it and won't just fall into the same traps they fall into. People on social media will be drawn to you from a business standpoint for one of two reasons. It's either success, aka productivity, or value, aka cost. Now, many agents confuse value with what they think they are worth. What you think you are worth, not to be blunt, doesn't matter. What the public thinks you are worth is the only thing that matters. If the public valued the agent as much as the agent valued themselves, Zillow would not be worth billions of dollars, and we would all charge 8% or 10% to sell houses. But they don't, which is why we struggle. Okay. Social media growth is key for every agent, not just us, but typical agents, they don't have a cost-based value proposition. They're going to struggle with this. Okay. They are going to have a harder fight on this front because they are the brand. Okay. That agent is the brand. They are the only sellable thing. This is why the typical agent has tons of content featuring them. It's all about them. If the fee is the same and what they do is basically the same as their peers, at least outwardly to the public, then they are forced to sell themselves because that's really all they have to sell. I wouldn't call these agents narcissistic or self-absorbed or self-centered or anything else. They don't really have a choice here. Okay, this is the only card they have to play is, hey, look at me. And so that's the one they play. The problem is the average agent did 2 deals last year. So it's very hard to pitch productivity and success. And that's a legit stat. The average agent last year did 2 deals nationwide. This only leaves the value component. And this is a component they choose not to compete with on. Like, they're not offering a better price on anything. They're not offering value from a cost standpoint. So basically, if the only thing you have to pitch is yourself and your productivity and your successes, and you don't have any productivity and successes, then you just have nothing to pitch. Okay. Your higher fees means you don't get enough deals. Your lack of deals undercuts your message of being worth your high fees, and your lack of deals maximizes your pay per deal. That makes that the most important thing, which keeps your fees artificially high. Okay, this is the snake eating its tail. Do y'all understand what I'm saying here? Like, if your high fee means you can't find deals, and then your lack of deals undercuts your value proposition, like, look how amazing and how successful I am, that means you're not doing enough deals, which means the temptation is there to make sure you're just maximizing the profit on your very few number of checks. This is why they can't get ahead. Okay, this is the vicious cycle they fall into. This is also why Zillow is wealthy. This is why Zillow is worth billions. This is why companies like OpCity and UpNest, and well, not so much UpNest, but OpCity and others, like these big referral companies, this is why they're filthy rich, is because the agent is, they don't have anything to push. Okay. If you want to know why agents fail out of the business, this is your answer. It's not because they can't do a deal, it's because they can't get one. Okay. There's no visible reason to use them. Okay. So, how you should think about social media marketing with our cost-based value proposition. That's what this is about. And let's just use the real world, not just us. How do lenders market themselves? Well, they chase real estate agents, or they pay for Zillow too. Some of them will do billboards and magazines, stuff like that. But most of them chase real estate agents. They chase us and they hound us for deals because they have no choice, because that's the game they have to play. Their rates, a lender's rate, is stuck at the market. Okay, like it is, rates are where rates are. So basically they're stuck in the same game that agents play, with everybody having the same basic rates. But as real estate agents, a typical real estate agent chooses to put themselves in that box. Imagine if you were a lender with a 3% interest rate right now. How would you market yourself? Probably very different than the typical lender would. It's like, hey, I exist and I have a 3% rate and everybody else is at 6.5. That's how you would market yourself. It's, hey, I exist. That's a little bit easier to market. Imagine if you opened a gas station in town and you were charging $1 for gas right now. How would you market yourself? It's different. It's a lot easier, right? It's a lot easier thing. So agents with more competitive fees, lenders with impossibly low rates compared to their peers, they are in the convincing the world they exist business. Social media has made it incredibly easy to do this. Every other agent is convincing the public of something else. We are convincing them we exist. That's what we do. That's our hurdle to jump. That's our burden to bear. This is why our social media content centers around a value proposition, and then the agent becomes a vessel for that value proposition. Anybody got any questions so far? Does anybody want to push back on any of these things? Okay. So, because we are different, we actually have something to sell other than ourselves. We need to preach and shout the value proposition from the rooftops. Okay. Now then, the cool thing about this is that the public is drawn to productivity and success, and the higher and better, or the better value proposition, the better cost value proposition should lead to a higher volume of deals. If you're branding yourself and you're sharing all the right things on social media, well, now you're killing two birds with one stone. You're showing that you actually are successful, you are productive, which brings in the public, but you also have the value component, the cost component that other agents don't have. Okay. We have agents that are absolutely killing it, doing 50 to 100 deals a year with nothing but our branded social media content. Okay. They share our content, showing the value proposition, and how it works. That content boosts their productivity, which allows for a higher volume of content. Okay. April Horn is here. She's a good example. Ashley Callahan is here. She's a good example. There's lots of people that are good examples of this. That what happens is when the public is drawn to a successful agent doing a lot of deals, and our agents continue to post content about how they're saving people money, that makes their deal volume go up, which means the opportunity to create more social media content goes up, which makes the ball roll down the hill just that much faster. Does everybody understand what I'm saying here? Any questions so far? Okay, so as a newer agent without the level of productivity, how to get the ball rolling? Okay, what's going to make the ball start to roll? Because once again, when it starts rolling faster, making it roll even faster and faster is not so hard to do, but making it roll the first time is hard. So There are free options available to you through Tacklebox. In just a second, I'm going to provide you a link with just a very simple 5-6 step process of what to do. Okay. So remember, there's two types of content. There's production-based agent success content, and then there's branded consumer message content. Okay. So if I'm going to share my screen really quick, and let me pull up some of our agents and show you the types of stuff that they do. So I think Ashley Callahan is kind of the model for just sharing our branded content. And I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but if you want to speak, you can. All right, somebody was trying to get in. Let me make sure I got him in. So looking at Ashley Callahan, you see stuff about her family, things like that, which is great, but you also see, this sort of content. Here's where she used to work for KW. But where's pictures of her social media shares? Under contract. Okay, this is what we mean by social media shares for those of you who haven't been exposed to it. So it's this sort of content, I mean, she makes professional content, which is amazing as well. That's really when you're doubling down and doing awesome on it. But just sharing tons of high quality content showing how busy you are. I mean, look at this. This sort of stuff right here, this was her January. There's two more hidden underneath here, but she pretty much killed it in January. And so here's the thing, if you are the public and you're seeing this, you're saying, holy cow, Ashley does a lot of deals. She's very experienced, she's very productive, but she's also saving people a ton of money. So you look at content like this is not just, hey, look at how successful I am. This is the cost-based value approach too. It's both of the things that will draw someone to you. Everybody understand this and see this? So Ashley does a very good job making high quality professional content as well. But when you look at some of the content that Sam pushes out, Sam Benson, that's a whole nother level. Sam Benson would be another great person to follow. And it's making content like this. We make this in a studio with multiple 4K cameras and standalone microphones and all that kind of stuff. And this sort of content is very expensive to make and very time consuming to edit and do all this sort of stuff. I mean, this is hours of work to make it and then hours and hours more to produce it and share it and set it up for sharing and all those things. But the cool thing is that you guys don't have to make this content. It's already made for you. Okay. So literally just by doing one simple thing. And so here's the thing, then we pull out snippets of little things that is great that you can just share. So a very, very, very simple thing. And John Landry, by the way, just posted down there. John Landry is another dude who's doing great with the professional brand, like unique content. But John will also tell you, dude, that's a job. That's a labor of love that you got to be into. Okay. And so the cool thing about this sort of content is y'all don't have to make it. Okay. Literally, you can come over here and like this page. Literally just come like it. Once you like it, follow it to where you're going to see everything that pops up. Click here and then invite all your friends to like it. Okay. Just by friend requesting your clients and then clicking this button and doing this and inviting all your friends to like this page, guess what? You don't have to make branded content. We're going to make it for you. Okay. So right there, I just invited 1,000 more people to like this page. Okay. So here's the funny thing. Our top performing, for you brokers that are here, our top performing brand new office was 1% List Arkansas. Okay. Guess what happens when I pop over to 1% List Arkansas? I see this is their business page. So it's full of content that they make, which is awesome. But they also share our content. Who do you think made this? It's coming straight from Sam. Okay. Who makes this content? They share the content that me and Sam makes because guess what? Now they don't have to do it. So they're sharing their successes, our tackle box, social shares type stuff, but they also share our video content that we make. You know, all the things that we make that's great for the public and looks perfect and looks awesome and all that stuff. They don't have to make it. All they got to do is just share it. Okay. So for agents, there's once again two types of content. There's the incredibly professional studio sort of content that most agents don't have the time or wherewithal or the hardware to make. You don't have to make it. Follow that page, invite your friends to follow that page, friend request all your clients, and share the stuff that we put out. Literally clicking one button and share it, it might as well be coming from you. And this is especially true for like Chris Phipps and Jim Jones and Will Fassinger and people that are far away from a cluster of offices around where we started. Justin Russell. Justin, you share our social media stuff, it might as well be coming from your mouth. There's not another 1% list office for 400 miles of you. Okay. Does everybody understand this? Okay. It's branding the message to people. Anybody got any questions on where I'm going with this? No?
Okay. I have a quick question.
Sure.
You know, I understand how to do that, but how many people are actually seeing that unless you boost it? You know, I mean, do you need to boost it as well?
So no, I mean, you can spend $5 boosting it, but I personally don't think you need to. I mean, here's the thing. So you've got your social media friends. Okay. These are the people that you should stay top of mind with. It's the simple thing, like this is how we went from a tissue to a Kleenex. Okay. When somebody's got a runny nose, they don't say, oh, I need a tissue. They say, I need a Kleenex. Okay. So how do they do that? Kleenex spend enough money being top of mind that now we actually refer to it as a Kleenex. So here's the thing. I guarantee you, every single person in this has friends on social media that are either buying a house or doing something this year, and they are not going to use you. But then on top of that, their friends are not going to use you for sure. So now we're one step removed from your direct social media channels. Their friends are not going to use you. And the reason their friends are not going to use you is because they forget what you do. They're busy raising their kids and going to Little League and working their 9 to 5, whatever the hell else they do. So how do you stay top of mind? Well, Kleenex accomplished this. A tissue is now known as a Kleenex. If you go to Texas, every soft drink is known as a Coke. If you order a Coke, they will ask you what type. Okay, so how do you accomplish that? For most companies, it's spending billions of dollars. For us, it's simply sharing professional social media content, showing how we're saving people money and doing a good job and successful at it. Okay, like you will stay top of mind with your sphere, and they will remind their friends, okay, that, oh, hey, you need to talk to Jim. Hey, you need to talk to Will. You need to talk to Chris. You need to talk to whoever, because you are keeping top of mind. Friends like saving their friends money. But I mean, the cool thing is you guys don't have to develop the content. This is where most companies and agents fall flat on their face. They don't have the knowledge or the time or whatever, just the discipline to make their own content. We make it for you for free. All you got to do is share it. Make sense, Jim?
Yes, thank you.
Yep. Okay. So once again, 2 types of content. There's production-based agent or office success content. Once again, I would recommend everybody go follow Ashley Callahan. Stacia is in this call. Go follow Stacia Lamal. Okay. I mean, Ashley's going to probably do 70 deals a year for us the rest of her career without buying a lead and without cold calling. And how she's doing that is social media content. Am I wrong, or is that pretty much correct, Ashley? If she's here. I know she was here earlier.
Yeah, that's correct. I don't boost or pay for any type of sponsored ads or anything on Facebook. It's all organic.
And she did 74 deals last year in that shitty market with insurance that freaking doubled for everybody in South Louisiana. By the way, in a market of 250,000 people with 40 or 50 other 1% list agents around her, probably 60 actually. So like if you're Will and Chris and Jim right now, you should be kind of licking your chops saying, hang on, I have 6 million people around me and I have no competition. Like, how big of a head start can I get? How do I get there? It's just follow Ashley. Okay, now we're talking about the production level content. Okay, and I'm going to show you specifically the game plan. I'm going to share a link where you can download this, print it, stick it to your computer. This is what you need to do on every single deal. Okay, then we have the branded content, teaching the public what we do, talking about the value proposition and all that stuff. Okay, just branded content, letting the public know we exist and what the value proposition is, but it has to be professional. Okay, it can't look like a scam. Okay, Sam Benson is the person to follow. Okay, so just look up Sam Benson, look at what he does. John Landry, I hope I'm not shooting any shots, John, because I love you, brother. But John Landry is like poor man's way of doing that. Oh, you don't have a studio, you don't have standalone cameras, and you don't have all the bucks to do all this. Well, here's how you do it professionally on a budget. It's John Landry. Ashley is a great example of that too. I don't think Ashley has like a podcast studio with all this 10 grand worth of equipment and people editing stuff. But exactly, John Landry, you're not wrong. Grab your phone and go. Okay, so look, you can make your own, but some of our higher volume agents will tell you, I don't have time for that, and I really don't want to do it. Guess what? Follow Sam, follow me. Most importantly, go like and follow the 1% List business page. And then click those 3 dots. If y'all want to do something cool right now, go like and follow the 1% List Facebook page, click the 3 dots to the right of it, and invite all your friends to like it. Okay? That will solve, for many of you, that will solve the what do we do thing. Because now all of your sphere is going to see the professional content that Sam and I make, talking about the business and what it does and how it works. Okay? If you want to do something cool, that'll be a monthly thing that you do, because you'll add friends every single month. Okay? Another very simple hack to increase your social media exposure. Okay, whenever you list a house, friend that sucker on Facebook, follow them on Instagram. Okay, because now whenever you share that content, hey, I just listed this house, and you tag that client in it, guess who's going to see it? Their friends, their family, their neighbors. Okay, guess what? If they hire you, the friends and family and neighbors are much more likely to hire you as well. So friend request, before you go list a house, part of listing a house for you should be friend requesting the people that own that house. And you should tag them in every post you make just to see who the hell interacts with it. Make sense? Very, very simple, free things to do. Okay. So share content that we make on your timeline. This takes care of the super professional branded content. You don't even have to make it. It's all there. Always friend request your clients, tag them in your post. Now then, for those of you who I had a crazy conversation the other day, and I'm going to share this. Okay. Had an agent in Florida, had an amazing month. And after having an amazing month, I reached out to her and I was like, hey, congratulations. I see you had an amazing month over there. She's like, yeah, I got to figure out how to keep this ball rolling. And I was like, well, what are you doing? What's the game plan? She's like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, well, have you gone to Tacklebox? Are you using our social media shares? What's Tacklebox? That's her response. She has no clue that you can literally go into Tacklebox, use an @1% List email. Okay. Sign in and literally come over here, click on social shares. Every time you list a house, you click just listed. You fill out a very short survey, and we send you professional looking content that looks like what I was showing you on Ashley's Facebook page. This is all it takes. If you do a price drop, listing update, open house, listing update, put something under contract, pending under contract, sell something, just sold. We're now having cash giveaways every month for getting Google reviews. Okay. Client testimonial, make this part of your routine. Okay. So you get a client testimonial, you get a 5-star Google review, because we're giving away cash every month for people to get them. Look, get that client testimonial. Here's the thing. People are drawn to successful, productive agents. Here's a productivity post. All you got to do is click on this, okay, and say, this is my name, and I listed 3 houses today. This is what office I belong to. You fill out this much information, we send you content. It's professionally made. It's perfectly branded for you. All you got to do is ask for it, okay? This is what Ashley is doing to make her business go faster. That's it. It's just social media content, okay? It's just social media content. It's completely free. Okay. So right here, every time you do a deal, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shares that you should be putting on social media every time you do a deal. Okay. Got it? For your new franchisees, you got new agent onboarding here. Welcome to the team posts, all this stuff. That should also be part of your to-do list. Okay. All this is free. It's all completely free. Anybody got any questions?
Hey, can you show them where they can also get additional content in Tacklebox?
Mm-hmm. You mean like from design 1% list, or do you want me to kind of demo Tacklebox and go through the whole thing?
So if you go in Tacklebox, Grant, it's going to be the last option.
Yeah.
The social shares.
And
No,
Productivity.
I'm talking about like even if you go to one of your agents and show the social media the
That's
graphics.
already pre-made.
Yeah, the digital graphics. That's another way for people to post stuff in between when they're not doing deals.
Yep. So this is what. So this is all of our offices. This is what it'll look like when you log into an office right here. So most of your agents will see something like this. Theirs will look different. Everybody's going to look a little bit different, but there's.
Actually, let me jump in for a second. You should be attached to your individual office. So you will more than likely not see all of the various offices.
Yeah, you're not going to see all of them. Whenever an agent logs in, or whenever a franchisee logs in, they will be logged into their office. They'll only see their stuff. But like in here, just to give you guys an idea of some of the things that are available to you. Okay, so this is your outdoor signage section. All this is here. I mean, whether you want to sign anything, here's Ashley Callahan. We've been talking about Ashley a lot. Here's all of Ashley's signs. Okay, there's one with a QR code. You know, here's one with a picture of Ashley. There's a million things in here, but there's banners, there's billboards, there's whatever the heck you need. It's here. Okay, we have an agent in Denver right now who I think got 10 or 12 deals last year using My Plus Home Leads, just sending out for sale by owner videos. If a for sale by owner pops up, she sends them our for sale by owner conversion video right there. You can literally download this video, throw it on YouTube. Every time you see a for sale by owner, you text it to them. Okay, she probably got 10, 12 deals last year. Because whenever we were shifting away from Follow Up Boss to KV Core, she's like, can I please keep an account somewhere doing this? Because I got 10, 12 deals last year from it. Just texting Fizbos. Charissa Cabahug and Destin kills it texting Fizbos. There's so many things in here, guys. There's so many things that you can do. Okay, and it's all free. It's all updated by us and kept going by us. Stacia and Kelly, was there something else that you wanted them to see? You're welcome to share your screen if you want and show them what you wanted to show them.
No, I just wanted them to see anybody on here that hasn't really dug through Tacklebox before, that they do have videos, they have digital graphics that are created for them to be able to post at any time. Doesn't have to do with a specific house.
Absolutely. There's all kinds of stuff. So like right now I'm sharing my screen again. So like here's animated stuff for Ashley Callahan that's been made over the years. Here's social media listings. So here's some of what the social media static stuff looks like that we use to build. Social media profile type stuff for like background images. I mean, you name it, it's here. You know, here's a productivity post where she closed 3.5 million in June, which is pretty freaking impressive at $300,000 a house. It's like freaking 10 of them. I mean, just simple stuff, but it's all here. So here's the thing. Chris Zach is, go ahead, Kelly.
Can you hang on 1 second? Grant, since you have your screen up, can you pull up Tacklebox?
Yes.
And then go to the social media shares.
Mm-hmm.
and then go to productivity.
Mhm.
So the productivity social media share, all you're going to enter is that first page, which is your required information. But once you enter that information on the next page, you can request what you're wanting a social media share for, whether it be daily production, weekly production, monthly production, quarterly, or annual production. If you have like a solid week where you've listed multiple properties, that's something to be proud of. If you have a week where you have multiple closings or multiple closings in a day, that's something that you can request and receive a social media share for.
Mhm. Absolutely. So, this is part of the demo that I give for potential franchisees, but I'll show you, like, this is kind of the timeline of how this should look. So here's somebody just listed a house. Okay. Here's somebody did a price drop. Here's somebody put something under contract. Here's somebody who sold something. Here's somebody who sold something. Here's somebody who got a 5-star Google review. Here's a team that took 10 listings in 2 days. Here's, somebody that did 28 million in volume and saved people $330,000. Here's 1% lists Arkansas Real Estate. Whenever they saved $500,000 for people, whenever they hit that milestone, they made a big, huge post about it. Couple dudes did 18 million. Office did 53 million in their first year. An agent that did 16.8 million. Like, these are productivity posts. Okay. Agent did 34 million. It's productivity posts. Okay. It's showing the public. So think about it from this standpoint. What does the public think about a company like ours when they see it? It's like, oh, well, are you limited service? Well, no. Because I listed a house, I did a price drop. This person's doing an open house. We put something under contract and we had a closing. Well, do people like using you? Well, this person saved 20 grand and I got a 5-star Google review. Okay. So we are managing those objections without them asking them, because a lot of times the public is not going to ask you the objections. They're just going to internalize them and they're going to have that feeling towards you. So you have to answer the questions that they are not asking. For the public, it's important to do that. Answer those objections that they are not asking. For the agent, okay, if you're worried about how do you recruit an agent, show them this. Show them the math of that. Literally just show them math. Okay, this is how you recruit agents. Okay, it's through this. Okay, got it? So once again, simple things. Like and follow the 1% List business page. Invite all your friends to like that page. Okay, and then just start sharing the content, the professionally branded content we create. But then you should be, I put a link in Tacklebox just a minute ago. I'll put it back in there now. Okay, if you are unsure of what to do, literally click on that link, download, print that, stick it on the wall. That is your playbook. And if you just do that and share the professional content from the business page that we already make, you will be way more successful than you are currently if you're not doing those things. I can just about guarantee it.
Hey, Grant, it's Will.
What's up, Will?
Quick question. As I was trying to, do what you're saying and looking at it, and I just had a listing. So I just tried to do that Google Doc for just listed. The photos that I have aren't being accepted because they're greater than the 10 meg file limit. I mean, is that like a stand? Do other people run into that? Are we doing Googling a photo reducer kind of a program?
Are you submitting just one photo, Will?
Yes.
Okay, let me go look at the settings that I have set up. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
All right.
Oh, you can fix that on your end?
Yep.
All right, perfect.
Cool.
So we'll fix that right now.
Cool. Thanks.
Yep. All right. So look, I'm happy to stick around and answer whatever questions anybody has. But Wednesday, Chris Zach is going to be giving a demo. I highly recommend you guys hang out. I literally got a message this morning from somebody saying, just started using Chris Zach. I'm freaking thrilled with him. I know Stacia is using him and she's thrilled with him. I mean, word is spreading about Chris Zach and what he does. I mean, it's everything from running seller campaigns, buyer campaigns, home value lead campaigns. Imagine grabbing somebody's address from a home value lead campaign, and for the next 5 months, they get a postcard every month that is paid for $1, and it's a perfectly branded postcard with QR codes leading to professionally made video content. I mean, we have people spending $800 a month generating buyer leads for $2, $3 a pop, and seller and home value leads for $6 a pop. But the cool thing is the way it's being set up is you're not going to be tasked to go in there and, you know, just hammer the phones all day in KV Core. It's designed to work for you and be more automated for you. Okay. So the way we look at it here is we need all this free stuff that everybody can do. But if we're going to have paid stuff, it better be proven, but it also better be affordable, and it should be scalable. And Chris Zach so far is looking like it's going to be all those things. So I highly recommend y'all come to that and talk to him. His is not free. This is all free. His is not free, but it's a hell of a lot more affordable than Zillow or Realtor.com and anything else. And it's good for you. Like, it's going to help. Okay. Anybody got any questions?
Grant, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Listen, if anybody's got a social media scheduler they use that's free that they like, let me know. I used to use Later, and I cut it because it was like $600 a year. But it was great because I could just post things. I could schedule a time to sit down and set these posts up because of time constraints. If anyone's got a free scheduler they know of that works well, or an inexpensive one, let me know. I'd love to hear your feedback on that.
Social Pilot.
Okay.
Social Pilot is $25 a month. And it works. Me and Sam used to use that until we switched to Social Vista, which is a little bit more expensive, but Social Vista can do all kinds of cool stuff.
Okay.
But the cool thing about the social media content that we make for you guys, those social shares, John Landry says he uses the scheduler that's provided to you from Meta on Facebook, because they actually have one as well. April Horn says you can schedule on Facebook Business Suite. So take a look at that as well. But, you know, just make sure wherever you post from, it's also making it onto your personal page. So if you post it on your personal page, you're tagging the business page and vice versa. But, you know, there's a lot of options out there that'll work really well.
I'm going to interject for like 2 seconds. If you guys are using schedulers, I would highly encourage you to schedule it at a time where you're already going to be actively on Facebook. The way Facebook works is based on engagement. So if people are engaging with your posts, you need to be responding to that like timely, like within seconds or minutes, in order for it to continue to gain traction. So I don't personally use the scheduler because I post things when I'm literally actively on Facebook, but I know a lot of people obviously do. That would only be my tip, really, is just to make sure the times that you're scheduling is times that you're usually already on Facebook doing other things, so that you see the comments and stuff and can respond.
Cool. I cannot stress enough how important it is. Look, that's the social shares. I've yet to do a study on this, but I guarantee if I did one, there would be a direct correlation between the amount of money you make and the amount of social shares that we make for you that you put out. Like a direct correlation. And what got me alarmed was when I saw that agent that had a killer month. And I asked her, I was like, okay, how are you going to keep that ball rolling? Like, are you going to use Tacklebox? And she's like, what's that? Never heard of it. You know, it's like, come on, guys. Like, we provide all this stuff. We got to use it. So as brokers, you got to make sure your agents get exposed to this stuff. Okay. Like, double down for us. Like, part of our onboarding for an agent, because corporate helps with that, is like making sure they get that at 1% list email, making sure they learn what Tacklebox is. And so if you're onboarding an agent and they say, no, I don't want that email, and no, I don't want this stuff. Okay, take 5 seconds to say, before you say you don't want it, please look at it. Okay, understand what it is. Because, you know, if you just let those people do that, now you're going to be onboarding an agent. They're not going to do as well as they should. And onboarding the next agent, recruiting the next agent is going to be that much harder. Okay. Nobody has any more questions. I'm going to end the recording and shut it down. I appreciate y'all coming today. I'm going to share this on agents page and franchise page. I'll blast it out to everyone in KV Core shortly, but definitely make sure your agents are seeing this. If you got somebody who needs to see it, make sure they get a copy of this. It's going to be up in social media here shortly. Cool. Got it. I'll be available after this. If anybody needs to call me for and get help on anything, I'll be available. I don't have anything for a little while. So if anybody needs me, y'all got my cell phone number, but I'm going to shut it down and share all this out. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.